You've been pushing Jason Kidd, number 35.
I'm fine with that. Sounds reasonable.
He's actually flat. He was at the same spot in 2016.
I can't see. It's crazy because there's a case to be made that behind Magic and probably Isiah, he's the third greatest point guard of all time.
Jason Kidd?
He's up there.
Definitely impactful.
I mean, look, he's impactful. Like, that's what he's supposed to play the game.
From ashy to classy, nigga. That was
Everywhere
no
he
fucking
went,
small feat, let me tell you.
everywhere he went, they won. And he was the reason. So I got to see who's ahead of him. Because, I mean, I'm always conflicted between he and Nash. Not so much that Nash was better, but it's hard for me to choose between the two. But go ahead.
All right, so as we continue on, George Mikan, nigga, Jesus ain't even see this nigga play. George Mikan at 34. As we continue.
Get this man out of here. Get this nigga out of here.
Like, shit I'm talking about, man.
As we continue on, Don Havlicek, 33.
Okay.
I mean, good player.
Okay.
No, top.
He's cool. He's cool.
Coming in at number 32. We spoke about this guy a little bit, but this guy had the single biggest jump in the list.
Biggest jump now. Okay.
The single biggest jump at 32. James Harden up 65 spots.
All right, so look.
That's crazy.
I'm going to take the lead on this one.
65, bro? He was ranked 97 in 2016.
He's the best two guard. Arguably, he's the best guard in the league.
Okay.
When it's all said and done, obviously Mike would be one. And yeah, Kobe would be two. But he's going to be number 3. He's going to be the third greatest shooting guard of all time.
Yeah, but he got to start winning. He got to start winning the playoffs, my nigga.
Not to mention, wait.
I don't know about that.
Yo, listen.
No, you listen.
Don't sleep on D Wade.
Yo,
don't sleep on D Wade.
Come on, man, stop. He ran into the Warriors 4 out of 5 years. Now I know another guy that everyone feels bad for because he ran into the Warriors.
Don't nobody feel bad for him.
Huh?
Ain't nobody feeling bad for LeBron.
No. You should hear the show. They got KD. They got all right, cool. James Harden had to face them same Warriors. He's the best player. He was the best player on a team that made the conference finals a couple times. Arguably, he could have 3 MVPs, maybe 4, depending on who you wanted to vote for. Like, the guy's awesome, man. Like
the guy's awesome, man.
The guy's awesome. Like, that's all I say. The guy's awesome.
Yo, listen, man. He should have beat the Warriors that year. I mean, I know Chris Paul got hurt, but nigga, what's the numbers? I know you know the numbers. What's the 3-point numbers that game?
He was like 27 straight threes.
Come on,
yeah.
bro. Go to the fucking cup, boy. And we're not even gonna talk about what happened against the Spurs when he vanished, nigga.
Now that's the one loss I put on him as far as he should have did. Now I also think they should have won against Golden State in 18. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have won, but yo, Chris Paul gets hurt. Game 7, again, they should have won. D'Antoni, Harden didn't have it. I don't think he choked in that game. I just think he missed shots. Against the Spurs, he choked. Again, that's it. I just think he missed.
I agree. He choked against the Spurs for sure. That was the biggest disappearing act I've ever seen.
Now I saw another one just as bad. But go ahead. We gonna get.
Yo, shut later. The fuck up.
Okay. I know. Well. All right. Well, I know.
You on my show, my nigga. Like, watch this shit. Wow.
Now it's your show. I got you.
I know where he's going with that. But like with Harden.
But I mean, are we good with Harden at 32?
Yo, next year he'll be higher.
It might be a little too high, honestly.
Premature? A little premature?
It's a little premature. He's top 50, I guess. You know what I mean? But I tell him back. Yeah. All right.
So we gonna keep it.
You just finished saying numbers don't lie. They tell half the story. I'm just saying Harden don't.
System player, right?
We talk, right. I mean, we talking numbers, and he got all that.
Wait. Y'all do know that he made the conference finals and averaged like 29 with Kevin McHale as the coach, right?
You understand that?
Yeah.
Now his numbers are astronomical, though.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Harden was setting up crazy numbers before. Like, I'm not gonna say D'Antoni. He's not one of those I'm saying D'Antoni made him. Me, like Nash, yeah, D'Antoni made him a Hall of Fame, surefire Hall of Famer. But I can't say that with Harden. He would have been a Hall of Famer regardless because of his numbers, because of his game. Harden is nasty, but just clutch time performance when it comes to those big moments. He was up 3-2 against the Warriors. I know Chris Paul got hurt, but you had 2 chances to knock them off. It's not just game 7. You had 2 games where you had, and one of those games you had them. You're right there. You got to finish that. You got to finish that off. You got to finish them off.
That's fair.
And solidify your legacy right in that moment. He's probably not going to get a better chance than he had in that moment. Like he's top 50.
See me in 3 years though. You got a chip. Okay. See me in 3 years.
We'll see.
We got big names. We got big names coming up now. 31, Isiah Thomas. Zeke.
Okay.
Ooh, we should be higher.
31. He fell 5 spots. He was 26 prior.
Oh, he should be higher.
Now, right ahead of him, you got Steve Nash.
Steve Nash is ahead of Isiah?
Ahead of Isiah Thomas.
I'm sorry. Stop it.
Steve Nash is at 30. He plateaued at 30. He didn't move from 2016.
All right, so look.
Isiah should be higher.
Isiah should be high. Damn, this is hard. As a player, now Isiah was a better player, and he won 2 titles.
You know?
But again, Nash could have won a title too. Circumstances. See, I factor in circumstances that year against the Spurs with that bullshit suspension.
Yeah.
He ran into Duncan a couple times. Amari tore his ACL in the summer. I think in training camp. And his best player, well, not his best player, I think Boris Diaw replaced him. And they still made it to the conference finals.
They did.
So I think Nash is,
Top 50?
Who, Nash?
Yeah.
Easy.
All right.
Listen, Nash may be top 50, but he's not better than Isiah 1, and he's not better than Harden either.
Or Jason Kidd, if you ask me, nigga.
Or Jason Kidd, by far, not Jason Kidd.
I think Kidd.
Next after
that's
Nash,
what I'm saying, man. I mean,
and Nash and Kidd. When I watch them, my eye test, I get numbers and all that shit, and I'm not taking anything away from Nash. He was nasty, but with my eyes, when I seen Jason Kidd hit a floor for a team, that team was going places. Steve Nash, until D'Antoni got there, that team was going places, but Steve Nash to me wasn't that leader. Like he had that coach that was, to me, D'Antoni was the leader of the team. Nash was his.
See, I disagree. I think Nash was the leader. I think D'Antoni had the system, but they followed Nash. He's beloved. Like Nash.
I don't know about that.
To me,
Nash is like Tom Brady, almost like, it's Belichick, the Belichick way, it's the Patriot way. That's all Belichick.
All right, well, you're talking to a Patriot guy, so I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you to a degree. I think Belichick was more responsible for the dynasty, but I can't discount what Brady did because he came up clutch time and time again.
Absolutely, but by being the best player and allowing yourself to be coachable in that coach's system and allowing the coach to coach his way and have his way, because if everyone got to fall in line, if Belichick says, I'm going to treat Tom Brady like shit, so when everyone else is treated like shit, they can't say nothing. Tom Brady fits up with it. We all fit up with it. I think to me, Steve Nash is that same thing. Steve Nash is that same way. Like, coach says, we just going to run up and down the court. We're not going to play defense. And we go jack threes. We go roll.
All right, so hold on. I'm going to flip it for you. When D'Antoni was there the year before Nash got there with Marbury, they only won, I think, like 30-some games. I believe.
Correct.
You bring in Nash, they win 62. So the same coach was there. They had Amari, they had Sean Marion, they had Joe Johnson.
Wait.
Listen, we're not saying he's not a good player.
No. Well, I'm saying as far as who's more responsible Yeah,
I mean,
D'Antoni's
clearly
system.
Steve Nash is a better fit than a Stephon Marbury. Like, let's be
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm be honest
better
with you.
shooter, better distributor.
As much as I love
Way
Harden,
better passer.
as much as I love Harden, I think Nash is still the best fit for D'Antoni's system because he was more efficient. That's another thing. Steve Nash is probably the greatest shooting point guard. No, well, obviously Steph Curry. But
Yo, as we continue on, man, we wasting too much time talking. As we continue on, man, with this D'Antoni love, you on, nigga. Because we got to get through these names, man. We got to get to the top 20, man. We got some names coming up. AI 29.
Oh, he's in the top 50 now.
AI, nah, he was 46 before. He's up 17 spots to 29. John Stockton, 28.
Oh, yeah, ESPN.
Down 9 spots. Giannis, 27.
Giannis, 27.
Giannis wasn't ranked. He wasn't ranked. Now he's at 27.
Isn't that a bigger jump than Harden then?
They don't have it as a jump because he wasn't ranked.
Then that should be that's by far a jump.
26.
Yeah, that's like 50 spots.
Yeah, Harden was 65.
Yeah, but he was ranked. He went from 65 to 36. That's like 30
In other words,
spots.
bro, you can't if he's not ranked, then it's not really a jump. They just throw him on the list. In other words, let's say Giannis goes from because of a freak injury, God forbid, he goes from 27 to 91st. You know what I'm saying? That's a decrease. But if he wasn't on the list,
you can't rate him if he's not on the list.
Can't rate him.
You can't rate him. Because what was he? Because the list was top 100 before.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So what is he 101? Like, how you gonna rate him? How you gonna count the jump? You know what I mean? You gonna have 1 million people at 101? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel you.
But we got Giannis 27, D Wade 26.
I'm with that.
Kawhi Leonard 25.
Better than D Wade? Stop it.
Not ranked. Kawhi Leonard 25. We're not gonna waste
I'm
no
with
time.
it.
We're gonna push. We're gonna push. David Robinson 24. Charles Barkley 23.
Go ahead. Charles Barkley.
Charles
Barkley ahead of Kawhi and D Wade. I'm not with that. But go ahead.
Hell yeah, he's ahead of D Wade. Go ahead.
Elgin Baylor.
You hate D Wade.
Yeah. He hate D Wade as a staff, record label, and crew. Elgin Baylor 22. I think that was his number. Scottie Pippen 21.
No.
Scottie Pippen up 4 spots. Kevin Garnett 20 up 1 spot. Kevin Garnett cracking the top 20. Dirk Nowitzki 19.
He's not better than Garnett, but go ahead.
He is, but go ahead.
He's not better than Garnett.
Moses Malone 18.
He's not better than Garnett either.
Not 3 MVPs?
He ain't better than Garnett.
3?
I mean, that's an error thing. It's tough to argue errors. But we got Karl Malone. Karl Malone at 17.
I thought Barkley was better, but go ahead.
Karl Malone is a stat compiler as well. I mean, he had some runs, but I don't know, man. You know, he's one of those guys, man, that wasn't liked by the media, and fuck Karl Malone. Jerry West 16.
I'm good with it.
Dr. J 15.
Okay.
Now here's where it's gonna start getting spooky. Kevin Durant at 14, up 8 spots.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Coming in at 13, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Steph Curry up 10 spots. Steph Curry over KD?
Yes.
All right. I thought it was going
to wait. But hold on. KD's so great, you got to explain that. So,
okay.
I mean, the only reason he put Steph over KD is because, you know, he had the back-to-back MVPs on top of winning the chip before the super duper team.
Right. Not to mention.
So that's the only thing that puts him above him.
Hold on. You can honestly say he revolutionized basketball.
Yeah, but we're not
absolutely.
He changed it.
That matters. That matters. And that's just one thing. But it's even simpler than that. It's extremely simple. Before KD, Steph won a ring.
Yeah, that's it.
KD didn't win his rings until he got with Steph.
But
it's that simple.
Nah, you're right. But you got to add context because people be like, how did you got to add context? But I hear you. You're right.
All right, so we got Steph Curry, 13, up 10 spots. At 12, Hakeem Olajuwon. Down 2 spots.
I have Hakeem in my top 10.
Yeah,
So do I.
A lot of people got Hakeem in their top 10, man. Shout out to my man.
I'm disgusted with who's ahead of him. You know that. But go ahead.
Yes.
11, the Big O.
Okay. He can stay
now
there.
we at the top 10, folks.
Yes, sir.
Coming in at number 10.
Potatoes.
Coming in at number 10, Shaq.
No.
Nope.
No.
Now you fucking with Shaq?
A lot.
I have Shaq.
Olajuwon was better. Straight up.
Ooh.
He's better.
I think Shaq was more dominant than Olajuwon.
I do too.
Olajuwon
might have had more skills, and he might have had more.
I think he had more skills, but he wasn't as dominant.
Shaq was dominant, nigga. You hate Shaq? Let's on the record. You hate Shaq? You hate Shaq?
All right.
Shaq was dominant.
All right, let me ask you a question. As dominant as Shaq was, the man got swept 6 times out of the playoffs. Not playing with bump. He had your favorite player ever.
Us, baby.
Wait. Well, hold on.
Listen, sweep happens to the best of us, man. You know,
he
had your favorite behind the sweep.
Hold on. He had your favorite play. He played with your favorite player ever.
Mike was on a mission that year, though, man. I'm
what
talking
happened
about
in
that.
the finals? What happened in the finals?
I mean, listen, that one was on Shaq. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That one was on Shaq because he got dominated in the finals. But that's a young Shaq, though.
That's
a young Shaq. You can't kill him for that.
Give me the best. Give me Olajuwon's best teammate.
Probably Clyde.
Drexler.
Old Clyde.
All right. What number was Clyde on this list?
Clyde was 57.
Okay. Now the dude, and I'm just projecting, but Shaq's greatest teammate, God rest his soul,
is ranked higher.
I think he's coming up soon. I think he's coming up soon.
He's actually at number 9. Kobe at number 9.
Okay.
Listen, I think Shaq was one of the most
record
I ever saw.
For the record,
ever, because I ain't really see Will and I ain't see Kareem, who you know was coming up, but Shaq was that nigga, boy. Like, don't do that.
He was. By the way, how dominant was he when they played the Pistons?
Listen, man, it happens to the that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. I'm with you on that.
Or when they won in 2006 in Miami, it was D-Wade.
Shaq though. I was an old Shaq. Don't do that. Don't diminish Shaq, bro.
I'm doing it. Go ahead.
Bars on top of dunks and jump hook over either shoulder. He was ferocious, man. Like,
Olajuwon slapped Bernie Maxwell. That's all you need to know. Go ahead.
Nigerians don't play that shit, B. You know,
play that shit.
Nigerians, but Kobe number 9. God rest his soul. The Mamba number 9, up 3 spots into the top 10. Okay. Number 8, Tim Duncan. Number 7, Larry Bird.
Okay.
Number 6, Wilt.
All right.
Number 5, Magic.
I'm not good with that. Go ahead.
I'm not good with number 4, man. I'm tired of this nigga, man. I'm gonna just tell me straight out, man. I know the nigga's an activist and he did a lot for the black community. He won a lot of rings, you know what I'm saying? He's a revered figure in the basketball community. But I'm tired of Bill Russell, bro. I'm tired of this nigga.
I was gonna say, I knew you was going there. I was gonna say that I think Magic should be number 4.
Yes.
And then I think Magic should be 4.
Listen, Bill Russell, man, Bill Russell is barely a top 10 player in my eyes. Now, mind you, I never seen the guy play. I was born in the 80s. You know what I mean? So, but he won a lot of rings, but he also played with a lot of greats, right?
He did.
You know, Boston had the fucking league cornered when he played. There was no competition.
That's the issue, because he was the best player on the team.
That's what he got over niggas. He beat Will 1,000,000 times.
Listen,
that's pretty much his
just for the record, I got Hakeem 10th on my list. I took Wilt out of my top 10. Wilt, to me, is not a top 10 player. He got numbers, but if you take Wilt, like if you telling me you're 7'1", damn near 300 pounds, and every other average NBA player in that time period is only like 6'5", so you 7-8 inches above the average height of normal players. You better average 50 points a game and 40 rebounds a game. Otherwise, you're trash.
I kind of agree.
You can't be that big, that athletic, and not get those numbers when you're 8 inches taller than everybody else and got a 12-inch vert higher than anybody else. If you don't, you're definitely trash. You better have those numbers.
But it's crazy. I agree with you. But his numbers are so crazy that you kind of got to put him in the top 10.
I think it was like a tall tale.
I can't do it. And I took him out. I put Hakeem in my top 10, and I put Bill Russell number 9. Why? Because to me, he's living proof that Wilt was overrated. Because you're 7'1", 300 pounds, can jump from the free throw line, and you couldn't even get over the hump of Bill Russell like 6 times. He bust your ass, nigga. Like, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Hold on, Max. I got to push back there.
Okay.
You're right to a degree. He would not now. Chamberlain would kick Russell's ass. If you look at the numbers, he would destroy him.
But look at Russell's numbers too. Look at Russell's numbers too.
No. Russell was smarter, and the talent. I guess if you look at the players they played with, because Wilt played with Hall of Famers too.
Mm-hmm.
But Chamberlain was selfish. He was to keep it real with you. As a player, mm-hmm. Chamberlain was better, but Russell was unselfish, and in other words, the intangible, like Chamberlain had the tangible size, athleticism.
So you're saying Wilt was a better talent, but Wilt was a better. Wilt was a better talent, right. But Russell was a better player.
I'll put it to you like this. Wilt could have been Russell. Russell could have never been Wilt.
That's fair.
Okay.
But listen, Bill Russell, you gotta chill, man. Like top 5, like come on, bro.
I'm gonna say something controversial at the end of this. Go ahead.
You got 11. You got 11.
I already know you hunting. Bill Russell at 4. All right. At 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At 2. At 2, the king, LeBron James. Let the hate commence.
I mean, he deserved to be number 2. There ain't no other play. Like, of course he's number 2.
Let the hate commence, Brandon.
I don't have. All right, let me. All right, let me start by saying this. I know he's great. I don't have an issue. He's great. But you could argue, like, all right, listen. He's done everything. He got the MVPs. He got a couple chips.
We heard enough from this nigga. I muted him. Because the king is the king, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever come on my show and try to fucking talk shit about LeBron, nigga. Are you crazy, nigga? You heard enough from that man. LeBron James is the second greatest player of all time in my book. You know what I mean? The man got 4 MVPs. The man got chips. The man beat the all-time winning this single season. Listen, B, you already know how I give it up. Bron talk, nigga. You let this nigga talk, man. All right, we live.
Are you finished or are you done?
We live. Ain't no more talk. Ain't no more talk.
Hurry this shit up so I can watch Snowfall, man.
Silence, motherfucker. At number 1, Air Michael Jordan. Ain't no argument there.
But yo, as far as like the top 4,
final takeaways.
As far as the top 4, and I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying if you look at his career,
Kareem.
You go, huh?
Kareem, you talking Kareem?
Kareem and Magic. Yo, Magic got 5 chips, 9 finals in 12 years, 3 MVPs. If you look at his career, he got more titles than LeBron. He got 1 less MVP. Kareem only has 1 title without Magic. Magic dominated the 80s, and he's the greatest point guard of all time. Like,
not to mention his first title, he had what's his name? The Big O, right?
Yeah, he had. Nah, Kareem's real. Like, I don't. If somebody wanted to say,
Kareem, I ain't gonna front. I'll be fronting on Kareem because he a center. You know what I'm saying? I always favor wings and guards, but Kareem's whole career from high school to pros.
Oh, no, nobody can touch that resume.
He was never not that nigga, bro. Like he don't have not one instance where he came up short. He don't have not one instance. He don't have no blemishes. Like, what's his blemish?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The Lakers didn't make the playoffs before Magic, or the year before he got there. But
I didn't know that.
But if you want to look at it, and I'm being, it's all jokes aside, no bias, no nothing. If you look at Kareem's career, you could argue, all right, if he's not the first, he's the second greatest player ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kareem, I ain't gonna front. His resume speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying?
And again, back to my point of Magic, if you just look at his career, he never had a losing season. Even when Kareem retired, they went to the finals. He got hurt in the finals. Remember his hamstring against Detroit, but Kareem was still there. Then they went in 91 against the Bulls. Mm-hmm. You could argue, all right, you got Mike 1, and again, it's no bias. You could make a strong case for Kareem or Magic at number 2.
All right, how many finals did Magic lose as the favorite? I'm assuming he was the favorite every time.
Against the Celtics?
The
Lakers all right, so
the favorite.
Pistons, the Bulls, like I'm sure they was favored, right?
Yeah.
Against the Pistons, I think they were favored. I think the first finals they were favored against Boston. I think the second one, Boston was favored. I think the third one, the Lakers were favored. Philadelphia, remember, Kareem got hurt, so I kind of take that out because they didn't have a full squad. And he 42, 15, and I think like 7 or some shit like that.
As a rookie.
Right. So I guess the finals.
Magic is on my list. Magic is one of my all-time favorite players, so I ain't gonna front on Magic.
Mine too. Magic's my guy. So
Magic is third on my list. I got MJ, LeBron, Magic, Bird, and Tim Duncan.
You got Duncan over Kareem?
Yeah.
I got Kareem. My list is Mike, Kareem.
Here we go. I'll mute your ass again, Jack.
Shut up. Mike, Kareem, Magic, Brown.
Listen, man. So wait. So I mean, I'm get Bill Russell the fuck out of there. That's the
get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Bill Russell.
To me, it's Wilt. To me, Wilt got to go.
For me, Mike, LeBron, Kareem, Magic. I don't even know if I like Wilt at 5.
What about Bird? I got Bird.
Probably gonna be at 5. Matter of fact, yeah, Bird is at 5. A lot of people always thought Kobe should be top 5, but I don't know.
Nah, I can't say that, man. I think if you're gonna put it, I think Bird
to me is a top 5. I got him at 4, and then I got Duncan, Shaq, Kobe. Then I got Kareem, Bill Russell, and Hakeem.
I got Hakeem in the top 10. I think he's the most skilled center ever.
I agree with that.
Defensively, you could argue
he's the greatest defensive center almost also.
Defensive center ever.
Yeah. No one is ever going to touch his blocks, like his total blocks over his career. His block records, nobody's touching that. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So when people bring up, well, Shaq is more dominant, cool. But I watched it.
Obviously.
Huh?
That's on the offensive side, obviously.
Yeah, but again, if you look at career points, I'm not sure, but I think Olajuwon, if he's not ahead of him, he's just behind him.
Listen, I know Kevin Johnson threw it on Olajuwon's neck, nigga. I know that. So he dropped a couple spots.
That's another player. That's another player that I think this is my issue with Stockton. We were there. I watched at their best, Kid, Tim Hardaway, KJ, GP. They were all better than Stockton. Isaiah, man, they were all better than Stockton at his best.
Yeah, but maybe Stockton. I'm just playing devil's advocate here because I don't really fuck with Stockton either. But maybe Stockton could have been a better player, but he was just playing his role in the offense, setting up Karl Malone, who's the all-time leading scorer. So I think.
I mean, Stockton could play. He was the Steve Nash before Steve Nash. It's just he was super efficient. Like Stockton to me, it was simple. It was just
think about it. Who was on that team? You had Stockton, Malone, Jeff, Hornacek. Like,
all right, I'll flip it for you. Just like you could say he played with Malone. Now tell me a player consistently that they had that was as great as Malone. Kemp didn't last for GP. Kid made it to finals. So right at the best player, so you could say he was better than Stockton. Kevin Johnson had Barkley for what? Really 3 years before it went downhill.
KJ was the truth.
Kevin Johnson was nasty.
Tim Hardaway. They broke up Run TMC. Mm-hmm. Weber got traded. Sprewell lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the guys that I think are better than him, they never played a sustained or a substantial amount of time with a player, or even in a system like Stockton did with Malone and pick and roll. And again, I would watch them kick his ass in the playoffs. Yo, the Jazz would routinely lose in the first round or second round every fucking year. People forget that. They forget it.
Listen, man.
Because they only focus on the 2 years they got waxed by the Bulls.
So I'm pulling on Stockton, man. He was great. He was good, but whatever.
All right, so
he was okay, but
real quick before we get out of here, y'all got any snubs? There's only one player that was ranked top 100 and didn't make this list.
Who's that?
Melo. Melo was the only guy.
Yeah, I guess
he's the only one that fell off the list, nigga.
That's how keep it real.
Now this is going to be the only time in recorded history I'm about to defend Melo.
Listen, we ain't got no time for that, Jack.
Good. It saves me the time. Good.
Yeah, we ain't got no time for that, man. Top 74. I think ESPN put this list out just to rile us up, honestly, because ain't nothing else going on in the quarantine. You know what I'm saying? We got guys jumping 65 spots and niggas dropping 21 spots. And
listen, man, if Tracy Mcgrady is on that list at where he's at, they could have found room for Melo. As disappointed, the same disappointments and things I have for Tracy McGrady, it's the same with Melo. Like, you're too damn good to not even make it to the finals and be the best player on a finals team. And it's the same thing with Melo. But if McGrady could make that list, y'all could have, and I'm not the greatest Melo guy, but they could have found it's disrespectful to knock him off the whole list. Like,
take George Mikan's funky ass off this list.
There you go.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Like at some point, we got to take Wes Unseld off this list. Like, we got to stop being ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
We got to stop being silly, man.
But we got to ask the old heads, man, really, because, you know what I mean? We ain't see them niggas.
Nah, man.
They could have left Artis Gilmore off and put Melo at 74 just to, you know what I mean? Like,
come on, son.
Wes Unseld was averaging like 11 points a game, B. Like, let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop, man. And I don't even like Melo. But come on, man.
There you go. Like, same here.
They need to stop, man.
Yeah, nigga's a talented scorer. He's one of the greatest scorers ever, man. I mean,
he is, man. He could at least made the list. If they could find room for some of the other
clubs. He can't knock it. He a bucket. He a walking bucket, Jack. You know what I mean? I was looking forward to seeing what he was going to do this season, but, quarantine came through. You know what I mean? But, that was it, man. Top 74. I appreciate you guys for taking the time. You know what I mean? Come on this trail mix and talk this shit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Regular Mike here, signing off for Max, for Brandon.
Yes, sir.
Get it up, nigga. Return of the Mac. He signed off.